Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome back for another episode. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about compost and mulch. But before we start on the episode, I'd like to say a big thank you to those of you that have liked, subscribed, reached out, follow, shared the link. Thank you very, very, very much. I really do appreciate you. So today we're going to start with first question. What exactly is compost? So compost is, in general, decomposed organic matter. Things like fruit, vegetable scraps, coffee granules, eggshells, leaves, grass chippings. And over time, these materials break down into nutrient-rich soil. It's often called black gold because of how valuable it is for plants. Now, compost has a number of benefits. One of the benefits is that it enriches the soil because it adds essential nutrients to help plants grow strong and healthy. It improves the soil structure, i.e. helps it retain moisture while also improving drainage. It helps reduce waste. We're trying to be sustainable, so basically you're turning your scraps into liquid gold. And it also encourages beneficial microorganisms, so it just supports a healthy ecosystem that boosts plants' resilience. When you want to use compost is usually used when you're planning to move your plants outdoors into bigger containers. You mix the compost into your garden bed as your soil, or you can also sprinkle compost around your plants to give them a nutrient boost. Some people put compost inside water, let it soak for a bit, and then use the water to fertilize. But if you're planning to do that, it's better to use the scraps, not necessarily the compost when it's already become soil. And then, of course, I said, before, you just add it to your soil as you're about to get ready for planting. That's compost. I'll also talk about mulch. So for mulch is any material spread over the soil surface to protect and nourish it, and also help prevent or reduce the amount of evaporation. So it helps retain water when you water your plants. Now, mulch can be anything organic. It can be wood, chips, straw, leaves, compost, or it can also be inorganic. I recommend organic. Inorganic is more like if you see stones and things you put around the stem of your plants. I recommend using organic because after a while, the chippings or whatever you use breaks down into soil and helps to nourish the soil. It's another benefit of mulch is that it helps to, as I mentioned before, retain moisture. It also helps to suppress weeds and or regulate soil temperature. So on those extremely hot days, it also prevents like the ground from getting too hot once the mulch is there. When you want to use your mulch, once you have moved your plants into either your garden bed or into your flower pots, just spread the mulch in a reasonably thick layer around the stem of your plant. Mulching and composting or mixing them are very, very simple things that you can do, but it's a very, very powerful gardening technique. I know we're not yet ready to move into phase 2, i.e. taking your plants out, but I mention it today because the city of Calgary gives out compost and mulch for free. Starting from April 1st, you can book an appointment with the city of Calgary to go pick up 50 liters of compost. The pickup dates are between April 14th and I think March 21st. That is the link for where to get to book your appointment. It is one per household. So April 1st, set a reminder, book your appointments. They fill up pretty quick. 50 liters, you go with your containers and then you pick your compost. Mulch, on the other hand, is free for Calgarians throughout the year. So the idea is if you're going to pick up your compost, pick up your mulch, just do 2 for 1 trip and get both. So there are 2 locations for compost, one in the southeast, the other in the northeast, and the location for mulch is in the southeast. And as I said before, those are the links to where you can actually book your appointment and make those reservations. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for the next episode. We're talking about fertilizers in our next episode. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.